Hello again, Uncle Chunt here, doing a video review of a toy. I used to do toy reviews on this channel some years ago. It's been a while since I've done one, but this is a special one. It's this. Let me just talk to you about it just quickly. So I love Power Rangers, right? If you know my channel or me or whatever long enough, Power Rangers is the jam. And years ago, about 10 years ago, I think now, I used to have a lot of the Bandai Legacy Collection items. Excuse me. They were like the high-end kind of collectibles, die-cast metal, all that kind of stuff. It had the, Mighty Morphin Zords, Titanus, the Dragon Zord, the Tiger Zord. I had Saba, the Dragon Dagger, like all that stuff. I had everything. Had a multiple morphers. I've still got remnants of it. I got some photos with Austin St. John, Walter Emanuel, and Jason David Frank. And the morphers, those legacy morphers, were in those photos with them. So, yeah, why don't I have them now? So I sold them all. I sold the whole collection when I left that town I was living in at the time. And I've regretted a lot of that since. And on the aftermarket, those legacy items are stupid expensive. And I thought, I put it behind me. And then Hasbro released this 30th anniversary Power Rangers Power Morpher in 2020. And I missed the boat there too. And I just missed it. I thought it'd be around for ages, and then they sold out super quick. And I was like, oh, there we go. I missed that one. And then they did the Tommy Master Morpher, and I missed that too. Because I thought, oh, it'll be around for a while. And anyway. So my wife bought me this for my birthday. And it arrived today. And I just couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait to open it. And I just wanted to get all up in it. Because it's something I've been missing. I've got a couple other morphers from newer seasons, but it's just not the same, right? And I'm so glad to have this now. I've already opened it. I'm not doing an unboxing thing, but I like the box. It's actually quite cool. I dig the artwork, and the back of it shows you what it is. Now, the legacy item didn't have the display stand, and and I'll show you the actual morpher in a second. But the casing, the front casing, the legacy version was all die-cast metal, where this is plastic. That's totally fine. That's all good. But the coins are still die-cast metal, that's awesome still, right? But the difference is between this one and the legacy morpher pretty much end there. This one has a lot more lights and sounds, playability if you want to call it, but display ability as well. So let me just get that to you now. So these are the other pieces that come in the box. If I can just not hit my microphone. There's a display stand, right? And the top of it kind of gives you reminiscent of a power chamber, the Mighty Morphin Command Center or something. And there's a section here to hold the other keys that it comes with. The other coins, I should say. And this is the buckler. So the Japan version, they had them strapped to their belts, their belt buckle. So yeah, that comes with the buckler. I'm never going to use that, but you need it for the purpose of the display stand. So what happens is, it sits on top like that, as the photo that I showed you before, and the morpher sits on top. This is what it is. Yes. Oh yes, I love this thing. So, a bit of trivia. So the Power Morpher, right? Back in the day, 1993 version is a bit smaller than this one, right? And in the show, back in the day, they actually used the toy as the morpher. So if they lost a morpher on set, they would just send someone down to the toy store and just buy one and then come back and do the shoot, right? So this is screen accurate, right? If you really want to go that way. It's a bit thicker, I think, than the original one. But this casing is plastic. It's not die-cast, but the coin is die-cast metal. But this is screen accurate, right? The Bandai one, it had the die-cast metal. It looked all ancient and like worn and stuff. It looked cool. Like it did look cool, but I'm okay with not having that. Where this looks like it's something from the show, right? This looks like you go, yeah, look, I have a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher, right? funny I say that because in the newer seasons, since Bandai put out the Legacy one, that's what they actually used on screen. So in the modern series, when an old Power Ranger actor from the original series would come in, they would use the Legacy Morpher instead. Not this one. Or not the old 1993 one, if they were still having those around in storage somewhere. But this is so cool. I love this thing. Let me just show you what it does. So you put the coin in. I'll do a demo of the other coins, but you put the coin in and you flip this thing down. This is how they hold it right on set. This is not accurate, but that's the wrong hand. But they'd hold it in this hand. They push the red button on the side there, right? They go, "Bam, it's Morpher time," and then they click the button and it goes, bam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, yes. Do it again. Yes, that soothing hum. Yes. I love this thing. This thing is awesome. I have big hands and I can get my fingers in here, but I can't wrap my thumb around enough to get to the button. You need smaller hands or something. But if I hold it a certain way, I can get it. But yeah, wouldn't that be awkward? Jumps on the scene to fight some parties and Morpher time. Oh, hang on, I can't reach the power button. Bam. Oh man, I love this thing. Yeah, and it powers down. But that's so cool. I love this thing. So if I open this up, you can take the coin out, right? Like this. Right? That's the power coin. This looks like just like the original toy and what they had in the show. Might be a little different on the show, but this is as close as to accurate, as screen accurate as you can get, unless you're a professional prop maker. But I love this thing. It's got a helmet design on the back of each coin that's unique to each Ranger, which is cool, and the Tyrannosaurus on the front. We'll throw some Trini in there. So if you put the coin in wrong, or you don't have it in there at all, it does this. It just crackles out. It's actually quite a cool feature. So let me just try putting this in again properly. Alright, it's been a little pedantic, but here we go. Yes. Yes, you get that hum cat. It's actually glowing yellow, but the camera is making it flicker really silly. One thing I've noticed with this thing, yeah, you need to put the coins in accurately. It's a bit fiddly. This is the second time I've been putting the coins through, and it's a bit fiddly, but it works. What happens is there's little sliders. You can see on the coins, there's these little tabs at the top, little nubs here, and in the inside as well, there's little tabs on the inside. So what that does is when you clip it in, yeah, you power down. When you put it in, you go twist it, and it's meant to pick up the actual coin design and have the proper sounds activated and all that stuff. But I've noticed it's a bit finicky. Cool. So I'm really happy with this thing. I'm so stoked to finally have a Power Morpher back in my life. And let's just do this one more time. It's Morpher time! Yeah, you Tyrannosaurus that shit, yes. Give me that hum. Oh yes, Jason, that sweet hum. Now there's a secret sound to this. If you hold it down, so it stops it from opening, you push the button. Alpha's just freaking out because it's not working. So yeah, I love this thing. It's one of the coolest things that I own now. And I'm happy to put that in the display thing. Alright, so you take this plastic thing, and you take this other plastic thing, you close this, right? You put it in there, right? So that's the belt buckle, the buckler. Now you can't push the button while this is still in here. You can swap the coins out and all that stuff, but it's essentially for display purposes only. You get this thing, put this thing, and you sit them in together like that. There you go. Now if I can try and really finesse this, I just don't want it to like fall out. Coins around on this thing, right? So you put the extra 4 coins around the side. This is the worst review I've ever done. Right, and then so on around the whole thing. You put the other 2 over there, and that's when you get the display looking like it does on the box. That's what it looks like. Happy days. Yeah, pterodactyl, that noise. Pink. Right, and you just do the same thing. Actually, I quite like that. That's cool. Now, if you hold the button down in this mode, it doesn't do anything. Whereas the original Legacy Morpher, it would play the theme song from Power Rangers. I don't think you can play the theme song from Power Rangers on this one. That's fine. We don't really need that. Mastodon, indeed. That's a purple light, because how are you going to have a black light? It's glowing blue. Looks like it's accepted it. Triceratops, indeed. Cool, so what other morphers do I have? So we got this granddaddy now, 1993 Power Rangers Power Morpher, 30th Anniversary Edition. That's not the actual name of the device, but that's what I just call it. And we've got the Burger Morpher. This is from a recent Super Sentai. I believe this was from Ninja Steel, I believe, is the 25th anniversary season, if I'm not mistaken. But this never made it over. This was the Gold Rangers Morpher from that series. It's a burger. You are correct, it is a burger. But wait, it's also a mobile phone, a flip phone, if you want, right? Because of course it is, right? And there's a ninja star in here, a shuriken, which is part of the gimmick of that series. Right, you can see the Gold Ranger's face on that a little bit there. Anyway, let me put that back in. Okay, so this is the burger phone. Yeah, Japan, right? America. This is what Japan thinks of America, I guess, burgers. But let's have a look. This is what it do. And then ninja spin that noise. Wow, wow indeed. I can understand why the American show didn't have this as the Morpher, but I don't care. I didn't get that American Morpher. I thought if I'm going to get it for that Gold Ranger, because that Gold Ranger design is hilariously awesome, I'm going to get his Burger Morpher. Hell yeah, commit. Okay, next, this is from 2012. This is Megaforce, or Goseiger, from Japan, Super Sentai. So Megaforce, I believe, was also an anniversary series, or it was trying to be. Yes, Megaforce and Super Megaforce anniversary series. I really dug that show. I don't really care if anyone hates it. I know it has its haters, but I really dug this Morpher. I think it's such a cool, unique design, like this tiki mask kind of thing. This was the face of the mentor, like Zordon from that series, and this guy knew Zordon, was his apprentice or something. So, but the gimmick of that show was they had cards as powers, right? So they'd use cards and insert them into this thing, like here. Oh my god, it's freaking out. This thing's old. I've used this a lot. So the trigger to opening it just like freaks out. But you can see that's a Red Ranger's card, right? And they put their other Zords to summon things like cards, to summon Zords and weapons and stuff in here, and then they'd close it up to activate it. Yeah, man. Love that. So cool. So you can see it's some different like morphers, right? But you can't beat the OG. This guy. I'm so stoked to have this back in my possession. A original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher. When you get it in the right spot, it does its job, and it's awesome, and it's a brilliant display piece. I'm so stoked to have this. And yeah, thank you very much, my wife. You did very well this year. Thank you kindly. You've tempted me to potentially invest in another one. So if we go to Supernova Comic Con, we could we could do some civilian Power Ranger cosplay or something. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, cool. So that's been my review of this Power Morpher, and showing you a couple others. Now I've got 2 other Morphers. I've got a Zeo Power Staff over there, but it's too big to hold on the screen right now. And I've got the 30th anniversary Morpher, 30th anniversary season, yeah, of Cosmic Fury. That one is still on the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a comparison of this one versus that one, like 30 years, right? And just talk about the show and what I think and the differences between those 2 Morphers. So anyway, hopefully enjoyed this review and me struggling to get the coins in and everything else. And I'm finally happy to get this done and edit it after I lost all the footage doing the professional review that I did before. Professional looking footage and B-roll and this kind of stuff. And you know, your heart just sinks. You're like, well, I'm just going to go back to this, and it is what it is. I'll try again later. It's probably a human error on my end somehow. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and joining in, and take care and much love and all that stuff. Yes, oh yes.